Kia ora whānau, ko Fiona tōku ingoa, kei a Whakatū ahau. I'm Fiona in Nelson, Aotearoa, New Zealand, and I'm going to talk about the Virgo new moon, Virgo full moon actually, which is happening on Tuesday the 10th of March here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. And we're going to acknowledge that full moon by having a very early morning meditation, a guided visualization on the beach at 6 o'clock. Details below in the description box. But I'm going to talk a little bit about the full moon in Virgo now. So with full moon we've got the sun on one side of the earth and the moon on the opposite side of the earth. So we've got this polarity, this pulling apart. We've also got this sense of culmination where things have come to fruition. You've done some work and you've reached the zenith of that. You've achieved something and you can actually acknowledge that and give gratitude for those who helped you, gratitude to yourself for doing that mahi, and thankful for the circumstances that enabled you to do it. This full moon comes also just at the end of Mercury retrograde, so if you find that you've been forced to revise and revisit and redo things and communications have been getting mixed up, we're coming to the end of that, and it's with the full moon and Mercury going direct, we've got this powerful moving forward focus, especially as we will have a lot of planets in earth signs, and earth signs are practical, building things for the future, building the practical routines of daily life. And in Virgo, the full moon is wanting us to do exactly that, to build practical, healthy, self-improving routines in our daily lives, looking after our bodies, using logic and discernment to improve things. The downside of Virgo and why Virgo can get a bad rap is because it's the sign that's probably most likely to worry too much and to be overly perfectionistic. But if you think of the wonderful things that perfectionism brings us, not worry, let's leave that one out. Striving to be better is a great thing. Many people are saying that this full moon is a full moon especially for artists, and the reason for that is because we're bringing in that striving to be better, that ability to revise and review with clear logic and discernment, to some artistic, creative energy that's coming from the other side of the sky where the sun is. So the sun is in Pisces and the sun is conjunct Neptune. Pisces and Neptune are all about the opposite of Virgo. It's the polarity, the other side of the chart. Here we have instead the magical, the mystery, the ephemeral, boundlessness, creativity. We are all one, we are all connected, we are all one with the earth and with each other. Unconditional love, unconditional acceptance, surrender, letting go of control. Virgo can be so controlling, usually in a good way, but it can go overboard and start white knuckling because it's just trying to control everything. Whereas Neptune and Pisces can be totally the opposite. There's so little control that it's chaotic and messy. There's nothing clear at all. So the beauty of this moon for artists is that we can bring these two together. We can bring this unconditionally loving, boundless creativity together with the desire to improve and make things better, and the discernment that means we chuck some things out and we keep some things, and logical, and making something real, tangible. That is the beauty of this full moon. Wonderful for artists. So whānau, I'm going to suggest 4 ways that you can work with and enhance the energies of this full moon. Tahi, number 1, tuatahi, connect with the earth. Go out into the garden, walk on the ground, work with the soil, work with your plants. I brought my plants here and I dressed in green, and I brought some yellow and green and the purity of white to go with Virgo for this reason. Tuarua, number 2, The first kind of visualization you can do is an ephemeral, mysterious, free-flowing, creative visualization. One way you could do that is to come down to the beach, and join in our meditation early in the morning, because we will do a creative visualization and anything could come up in your mind. The other way you can do it is to draw, write, paint with your non-dominant hand, with your left hand. See what comes up. Imagine that success is guaranteed, support is guaranteed, unlimited money, unlimited time. What would you create if you had those conditions? Number 3, and the second kind of visualization. This is the kind of visualization that brings in the practical earthiness of Virgo. Imagine that your dream has come to reality, or your artistic vision. What would it look like? What would it feel like? What would your daily routines or your weekly routines be around that vision if it came to manifest? Visualize that. Get specific on the details of it, the practicalities. Still imagining that success is guaranteed, but the practicalities of that success. And number 4, even if you're not listening to this, not watching it, which I guess you are, I believe that this full moon will guide us towards our dreams and our artistic visions anyway, because if you are flowing with yourself and your personal feelings and needs, your heart, your mind, and seeing what comes up, what's bubbling up as you fold the washing, something I need to do, washing the dishes, in the shower, walking, what's coming up, what is pushing at you, what is knocking at the door of your heart, what is calling you, practical steps. It might be a practical thing that you could do that actually is a step towards realizing your vision. So I wish you all the best for this beautiful new moon. Enjoy it, go out and look at it, and I hope to see you on the beach for our meditation. Ka kite anō.